Okay, graders, homework for tonight, page 121, 122, and I think I might have said I wasn't going to do a video, but I haven't done one for, it seems like a couple days. I had a problem with the document camera yesterday and just plain ran out of time. But anyways, a little bit of help. I'm not going to do any of the calculations for you, though. But number one, Dr. Peterson works 178 hours each month. How many hours does she work in a year? Well, how many months are in a year? And that should help you answer that question. Number two, a banana contains 105 calories. Last week, Brendan and Lay ate a total of 14 bananas. How many calories does this represent? Well, 105 calories each banana. 14 bananas, you're on your own. Make sure you label these things. So if you think the answer to this is 752, then make sure you put 752 what? Calories. Oh. Calories. Okay, so make sure you label these. Number three, I want to go too high here. Here we go. At a warehouse, 127 delivery trucks were loaded with 48 packages on each truck. 48 packages each truck. Estimate the total number of packages on the trucks. Write an equation to model your work. So there's two things are asking to do. To estimate the total number of packages and then write an equation. So there's two things you got to do. Maybe so we're all on the same page. I'd call the 48 50 and the 127. I mean, you could just call it 100. There you go. Estimate and then write an equation. Remember, an equation has to have the equal sign in it. B. Did you calculate an overestimate or an underestimate? Okay. So, well, this is obviously an underestimate from 127 to 100, and the 48 packages is an overestimate. So it says explain how you know. Well, I would say generally it was an overestimate, but it was kind of, it depends on which number we're talking about. So you guys can put that in your own words. Number four, is the equation below correct? Explain. 5.6 times 10 to the third. Does that look correct? Well, if it doesn't look correct, why? If it is correct, oh, he says it's correct. Well, I'll let you guys figure that one out. Multiple choice there. Number five, the latest mystery novel costs $24. Wow, that's a lot for a paperback. Of course, I'm thinking of a paperback, not a hardback. The table shows the sales of the novel by a bookstore. Wow. They had a lot of copies of that book. Thursday, they sold 98. Friday, 103. Anyways, what's the question? A, it says, what was the dollar amount of sales of the mystery novel on Saturday? So they're talking about Saturday. The dollar amount. How much is each novel? $24. How many did they sell on Saturday? Well, I'll let you figure that one out. What was the dollar amount of sales of the mystery novel on Friday? B is asking about Friday. And then B also says, oh, so does A. I missed that. I went too fast. Write an equation to model your work. So write an equation to model your work. You guys know how to write equations. Remember, they have the equal sign in them. Next page. Number 6, there are 45 cans of mixed nuts. Each can has 338 nuts. Below is Mary's work to find the total number of nuts. What is the missing number? Enter your answer in the box. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. Number 7, there are 36 large fish tanks at the zoo. Each tank holds 205 gallons of water. How many gallons of water would it take to fill all of the tanks? So if you filled up each of the 36 tanks, and they each took 205 gallons, how many gallons of water would it take to fill all the tanks? Kai, I guess, ordered 1,012 baseball cards. Sharon ordered 5 times as many cards as Kai. Write and solve an equation to find B. So B would be probably the baseball cards. So it's something times something equals B. And write and solve an equation to find B. They tell you what B is there, the number of baseball cards Sharon ordered. Well, that's kind of convenient. Okay. So just do the equation right here and solve it. Number 9. Oh my gosh, 9's a hard one. Here you go. Number 10. Match each number on the left with the equivalent expression. So, if you think 1,200 is equivalent to 12 times 10 to the 0 power, I wonder how many of you remember what 10 to the 0 power was equal to. Now, I know I told you guys that, but that was weeks ago. I wonder if you guys remember. You know what 10 to the first is equal to? 10 to the first power, that's equal to 10. And of course, 10 to the second power, that's equal to 100. But what was 10 to the 0 power equal to? I wonder who remembers. Of course, if you flip back to your book, you can find out. Number 11, select all the expressions that are equal to 3 times 10 to the third. So just check or fill in the box that's equivalent to 3 times 10 to the third. Well, first it would help to know what 3 times 10 to the third is. I'll let you guys do that one. Okay. Oh, and on 10 here, just to clarify, so if you think 1,200 matches 12 times 10 to the 0 power, you'd put a little mark right there. If you think 1,200 is equivalent to 12 times 10 to the first, you'd put a mark right there. So just put a mark on whichever one you think it is. Last one, number 12. Roseanne has 142 songs in her MP3 player. Teresa has 11 times as many songs as Roseanne. How many songs does Teresa have? Well, you're going to be multiplying 2 numbers together to figure out how many songs she has. All right. There's your brief homework help. And I will see you guys tomorrow.